Hi VC, it's Rob here with another video, and this video is going to be more stuff from the car boot sales. So on Sunday, my birthdays are so exciting that I'm going to car boot sales. So I went to the car boot sale at about 9 o'clock at the exhibition centre in Manchester. And inside you've got to wear a mask. What people do is they sort of empty their boots and get transferred onto tables, but there are some cars outside with tables. You're taking your chance with the weather in Manchester. I went inside wearing my mask. I was in there for about 10 minutes and picked nothing up, but when I went in I could see a table, some guys with sort of a lorry, and they had about 6 crates of records. So I went to have a look through those crates and picked up, we've got about 13 records here to show. So some 12 inches, but some albums as well. So show the albums first, and the first album we're going to show is this one, Bob Dylan and Street Legal. So number 2 album in 78, and when I was going to do this video I thought I don't really know that much about Street Legal by Bob Dylan, so I went on YouTube and to have a look to see what people think of this album, and I stumbled upon John Heaton. So John Heaton is someone who's not part of the vinyl community, but he posts videos on YouTube, and he talks about mainly 70s albums. But I do have an issue with his channel. The first issue I have is, well, the main issue is that it's monetarized. So I clicked on the video to see what he thought of this album, and an advert came up for cat food. So I had to sit through an advert for Sheba cat food for 15 seconds. Now I've got a cat and my cats like Sheba cat food, but I wanted to know what he thought of Bob Dylan. Another thing while I'm at it that annoys me about vinyl community videos are videos where they will say subscribe. So on the actual video you'll see subscribe in massive letters and asking people to click on it. You know, that irritates the hell out of me. Anyway, back to the music. So John Heaton, this is his favourite Bob Dylan album. I've streamed it quite a bit, and there's backing vocalists on here, and it's got a little bit of a different sort of feel to it. I can remember seeing this in the shops in 78. When I was 14, I didn't have any interest in Bob Dylan, and I'm still not a super fan, but if I see one of his albums for £2.50, then I'll grab it. So yeah, pleased to add this to the collection. Street Legal by Bob Dylan. Now the next album was £1. I thought this was a good pickup. So it's Nobody's Heroes by Stiff Little Fingers. Now this sleeve is a little bit dog-eared, but these are a punk band, so anybody owning this album, when I had a look at the condition I was quite surprised. It's in quite good condition, and for £1 I thought why not. It's got At the Edge, which was a top 20 hit. Tin Soldiers and Nobody's Heroes was a double A side. I went to see Stiff Little Fingers in 1980. I think it was my second ever gig, and I can remember being on the bus. I had orange cords on, and I put blue zips on my orange cords, and I was on the bus with my good friend Paul Greenwood. So me and Paul Greenwood went to watch Stiff Little Fingers at the Apollo. I think it was in March 1980, and yeah, I mean, when we got to the gig it was crazy. We've not seen anything like it, and all the sort of seating got sort of ripped down, and we were like pogoing, and we were pogoing on the seats. So yeah, a bit of a wild night, but yeah, Stiff Little Fingers, sort of their early albums, really, really good. Spoke about the troubles in Ireland, and yeah, please pick up this for £1. Nobody's Heroes by Stiff Little Fingers. Now, another one I picked up for £1.50 was this album, The Monkees, Meet the Monkees. And this is on a label I've never heard of, sort of must be some sort of a budget label, Platinum Music. So I think the Monkees in America, they do get a little bit sort of ridiculed or dismissed. I don't think people take them as seriously. I mean, my first memory of music is the Monkees, because when I was 4, I used to watch the Monkees TV show, and I was absolutely crazy on it. And a lot of these songs on here, sort of at the back of my mind, I sort of recognised them from that show. Now, I used to go to bed with Mike Nesbitt Bob hat on, and my mum used to have to come upstairs when I was asleep and take it off. So that's how much of a fan of the Monkees I was. Pleasant Valley Sunday is just a great song. I never tire of that. And also Last Train to Clarksville is another song that I absolutely, love. But all the tracks on here, really enjoyable. So yeah, £1.50. Hey Hey It's the Monkees. I couldn't leave it there for that. Now, another album that was £1 was Beat Bop and Mop Top by Danny Wilson. So Danny Wilson were a Scottish band. If you're in the UK, Danny Wilson was a footballer, and then he was a manager, so it was a little bit confusing. And sort of around 88, they had a big hit with a song called Mary's Prayer, and that was on there. I think it was on Meet Danny Wilson, the first album, which I don't have anymore. I did used to have that album. And the big hit from here was Second Summer of Love. But this is a good album, and Danny Wilson were, I'm not saying they were ridiculed, but they weren't sort of taken that seriously, but they were great songwriters. So for £1, really pleased to find this. So yeah, Beat Bop Mop Top by Danny Wilson. Now, one of those albums that you sort of pick up and you think, well, why have I picked it up? I've only picked it up because it's £1, and really, again, going off the video I watched of John Digital Gramophone about sort of streamlining your record collection. Like I say, when I go to a car boot sale, I've got 20 quid in my pocket. I want to spend 20 quid, but I want to get as many records as I can. When I saw this for £1, thought, yeah, I'm having it. So yeah, Amy Stewart. So I am a big fan of disco music, and this is a very, very clean copy. So, is that telling you something? No, nobody's ever played it. She had 2 big top 10 hits in the UK in '79. Knock on Wood, the Eddie Floyd song from the 60s. Number 6, I think, and number 5 hit with the Doors song, Light My Fire. Amy Stewart, 17 albums, still alive, 64. Done stuff on Broadway, but never really had any chart success after 1979. But 1979 was just great for disco music. I know in America they were listening to the Cars and stuff like that, weren't they? But give me disco music anytime. So yeah, Amy Stewart and a self-titled album. Now I've got a stack of 12 inches here to show, so I'll fly through these. And Grace Jones and Love Is a Drug. So I've not seen this on 12 inch before. Reached number 35 in the charts from 85. Big fan of Grace Jones, so I had to pick it up. So yeah, cover of the Roxy Music track. And so I've said before, I used to be a DJ in the late 90s. I used to do 21st parties, 30ths, weddings, stuff like that, and I only played vinyl, so I had to pick up as much sort of new vinyl from the late 90s as I could, and this stall had a lot of sort of late 90s vinyl, so I grabbed quite a lot of it. So maybe I'll be making a comeback. I do get phone calls from time to time from people saying, oh, is that Rob? here come a DJ mid-party, you know, and I have to say no, so yeah, I might have to make a comeback. Anyway, so yeah, Basement Jaxx and Bingo Bango from, I think it's 2000, top 20 hit, 2 DJs. Basement Jaxx had a lot of success in the UK, sort of at the turn of the sort of decade, sort of 2000 time. Rendezvous and Where's Your Head At and stuff like that, but yeah, when this comes on, it's got a very sort of Latin feel to it. So yeah, for £1, Bingo Bongo or Bingo Bango by Basement Jaxx. And here's the number 1 from '99. That you know, these sort of records not easy to find for £1. So it's Shanks and Bigfoot and Sweet Like Chocolate. So yeah, number 1 from '99. This is on the, this has got its sort of own label. Sort of one-hit wonders, but everyone knows this track, so pleased to find that for £1. And for £1, the Brand New Heavies and Midnight at the Oasis. So this was a top 20 hit as well. Maria Madal had the hit with it in the mid-70s. And the Brand New Heavies, sort of part of that acid jazz scene from the early 90s. So it's got like 5 versions of Midnight at the Oasis. But I just like listening to 12-inch extended versions of dance music. So yeah, I love picking all these up. So yeah, Brand New Heavies. And I picked this up. This is from 2005. So it's the Body Rockers. And I Like the Way You Feel. So everyone in the UK will know this song from 2005, number 3 hit. Getting vinyl from artists, you know, big hits from sort of the 2005 period. I mean, this cost me £3, but yeah, I really love this. So yeah, the Body Rockers and I Like the Way. Now, this stall had quite a lot of these 12 inches from the HMV exclusive. So I remember seeing these in the in HMV at the time, and this was £2.50. So this is S Express from '88, and the theme from S Express. So also got Superfly Guy, which is number 5. But the theme from S Express was sort of the first sort of house number 1, big hit all over Europe, number 1 in the American dance charts. Sampling Is It Love That You're After by Rolls Royce, but still sounds good today. I mean, it's scary to think it was 32 years ago. So yeah, theme from S Express by S Express. And from the same series, we have Nomad. So this was £2.50 as well. Want to Give You Devotion. So Nomad was another sort of DJ. This was a number 2 hit, number 1 in the American dance charts. Everyone knows this song, Want to Give You Devotion. Really long mix of it, and yeah, really love it. So please find that. And this was a number 1 from the year 2000, which I was pleased to find on vinyl for £1. Madison Avenue. Don't Call Me Baby. These kind of records, you just don't, you never sort of see them in record shops, because a lot of record shops, when you go in them, they do tend to cater for sort of your sort of classic artists and your indie, and then a bit of reggae, classical, jazz. Sort of this sort of music that I'm showing here, these 12 inches, is sort of dismissed and ridiculed by a lot of people. But not my me. I really like sort of dance music. So yeah, really pleased to find this. An Australian duo who never had any more hits, but this was a big hit. So yeah, Don't Call Me Baby by Madison Avenue. And finally, I've got a 12-inch from 1979, Al Hudson from Detroit with You Can Do It special US mix. I can remember this being in the top 20 in 1979. And in 1979, to get in the top 20, you have to sell a bucket load of records. So Really good disco track from 1979. So yeah, Al Hudson. So that's the records that I picked up from the car boot sale. I'm going to try and do these videos every week, because if I don't do them, they get put away and end up with a massive backlog. I've probably got 30 or 40 albums to show on a sort of vinyl update. So I've got new releases as well I need to show. So I need to get some videos out there, but I don't like overburdening the channel. So just got to be patient. Anyway, what do you think of people who monetize the channels? Does it annoy you? Does it stop you from watching the videos? And what about people who put subscribe on their videos? Do you like that? Do you think it's a good idea? Love to hear from you. So that's it from me. Any comments? Love to hear from you. Thanks for watching this video, and bye for now.